Alright, guys, welcome to a new episode of our 10-minute Dynasty. So we are actually in week 12. Um, I went ahead a bit. I actually watched all of the games until now, but judging from the last episode, it's not the super exciting content to watch the games unless you're me. So I went ahead a bit off screen, and we can see that the Pittsburgh Hammers are actually now 8-3, which is really good. Um, our biggest liability is one of our cornerbacks. He keeps giving up um, huge plays, so that's annoying. Let's see, it's number 21. So it's this guy, Warren O'Brien. And he keeps giving up huge plays. Um, and he's even a bad. I think I saw a newspaper entry on him as well, actually. So not only is this mofo just terrible on the field, he might also be bad for the locker room. Let's see. It's not this guy. Yeah, it's him. So somebody was discontent with him as well. So that's not good. But other than that, we're actually doing pretty well. Um, our offense, we won some scrappy games, but our offense has really been putting up the points, especially this guy running green. So that's pretty good. Um, and the reason I stopped here is that I finally reached level 1. So I figured I'd do a small episode where we select a batch and we look at the progression, etc. So as you can see, um, we've been progressing steadily in hands, but that's because our hands are so utterly terrible that it can only go up. Other than that, we're still working on our tackling and our strength and agility. So if we go to our activities, you can see that we almost have another point of tackling soon. Strength is getting there. Everything else is just slowly climbing. We have put in an extra effort in a couple of games. So if we look at the games that we played since, I don't know, was it against Cleveland last episode? You can see that we had a couple of good games. So I put in an extra effort in this division matchup against Cleveland, and it clearly paid off with 10 tackles and a sack. But other than that, pretty consistent. 72 tackles on the season, 3 sacks so far. And I think that's enough to put us in maybe like top 15, 20-ish. Yeah, 20 at 72 tackles, with quite a ways to go to the top. But still pretty good for a rookie season. So let's just set our activities and keep grinding physical and technical. And we can keep athletics and physical again. And we can prepare for this guy. And we actually still have one social point, but I'm not gonna use that. And there's nothing here we can do. So let's get a badge. So we desperately need intelligence, I realized the other day. We are only at 37. So that's an option. Then potential seems to be like a good place to invest, especially since we haven't been getting a lot of gains in camp. And then points to strength and endurance, and position learning. Position skill and technique, so that would be tackling. An increasing of strength. and agility, more tackling, more position skill. And none of these are super interesting right now. And then we get into the ones where we need to be level 4. So I am thinking let's go with skilled. No, let's go with natural acquisition. That's not the one I want. Refined technique. We want to get more tackling. So we acquired that badge at level 13. And we are now 74 in tackling. So that helped, and we will gain an extra point soon-ish from this here. Right, so I think let's just maybe sim a game without watching it, and then we can call it an episode. So we are facing Tampa Bay, and we handedly beat them. Just totally roasted them through the air. And we racked up 6 tackles, a tackle for loss and a sack, so that was pretty good. Let's take one final look. So we already made a little bit of headway towards the next level. And tackling and hands are really close. Strength is more or less stagnant. All right, so let's wrap up this episode. I will progress a bit, and then I will probably make a new episode if we make the playoffs. Presumably we will, since we are actually leading our division right now. So until next time.